At ease. Hey, for this call, I want to ask that all the ladies, I know, what is it, 8.7, 8.9% of the people that are subscribed are female. I want to ask just for this call, all the ladies, all the mothers, grandmothers, aunties, sisters, and daughters, for this call, man, y'all just go ahead and log off. This conversation is for brothers only. I appreciate y'all being here. For this conversation is for the men only. So I'll give y'all about 5 or 7 seconds to go ahead and log off, and I'll see y'all on the next call. Much love, right? Now, brothers, I know I'm looking a little rough, man. Just left the gym. Got this old hoodie on. Should probably be in the trash by now. But I'm still rocking it. Man, I want to talk about something. You got to learn to get the fuck up. You have to learn to take a blow to the chin in life, take a blow to the gut in life, and get the fuck up. Because I'm understanding now, man, that for most men that are just sitting idle in life, it's not a knowledge thing. It's not a desire thing. It's a matter of at some point in life, you took it on the chin, man. At some point in life had you on the ropes and whooped your ass, and you never got back up. You never got back up, man. We can talk about a million things on this channel, man. We can talk about, manifestation and walking in the I am and all this other stuff. You can watch a million YouTube channels, man, of whoever you want to watch. If you can't get back up after taking a blow, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because to be honest, what it is, again, is not that men don't understand what to do and how to do it. It's that they really quit. They really quit a long time ago. And when you see them coming to channels like this and getting all motivated and going to conferences and doing whatever, it's really that they just want to be around other men that are making things happen. They just want to be around other men that are calling plays, that are moving the yardstick, even if it's just inch by inch. They just want to be around that, just to be associated with, just to be able to have certain type conversations with other brothers. But I'm going to tell you, man, if you don't learn how to get the fuck up, man, your life is practically over with. It's over with. And I'll tell you where it starts, man. I'll tell you where most of it starts. A lot of it started when we were little kids, man, and you fell off your little tricycle, or you fell off whatever machine or whatever, and your mom or your pops came over there and just, you're going to be all right, and kiss you on the forehead. You ever see those little kids fall, man? And when they fall, the first thing they do is look around and see. In other words, they're saying, how am I supposed to conduct myself? Right? And your parents came over and just cuddled you to the point of where you have no gonads right now. I'll say it like that. I'll try to keep it as toned as I can to where you have no gonads now. And to be honest, some of it is not your fault. But after today, after you hear this message, if you still move like that, it's your fault. It's your fault, man. And if you have kids, the worst thing you can do is see them fall and not let them respond how they're supposed to respond. Not let them respond without you being there. And I don't necessarily mean being 3 years old, 4 years old, and falling off the merry-go-round. I'm talking about when you see your kids fall in life. When you see them fall in life, man, you're supposed to say, hey, you know what? Let me sit back and let them get it out the mud by themselves. Because right now, what they do right now is what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. My mom told me when I was about 13, 14, 15, she was like, hey, you know what? If you ever go to jail, don't call me. You know what I'm saying? If you ever put yourself in a situation because you made choices, don't call me. Like, go ahead and sit it out. And I'm going to tell you, man, even though I went through some wild periods and did some crazy things in my teens, that stayed in the back of my mind. Where it's like, hey, you know what? In other words, I said, hey, you know what? Whatever play I call in life, I got to deal with those consequences. And I got to get it out the mud. And I passed that same thing on down to my son, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember my son, when he first got his driver's license, man. I don't know if he was 15 or 16. But anyway, he got his license, man. And he's always been in the fast cars. Man, as soon as we let him get on that highway, boom, he was driving to North Texas, man. Got pulled over, got a ticket. I remember his mom called me. He was going to his mom's house. His mom called me and said, hey, he got a ticket. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I said, how fast was he going? She said, 100 miles an hour. I said, hey, tell him to call me when he get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's safe. Tell him to call me when he got out of jail. When he had to go to court and all that stuff, yeah, I was in the back seat. Of course, I'm on the back row making sure he don't get screwed around, but he's dealing with that himself. Because if I hold his hand and walk him through every single thing, then when I'm gone or when he's out on his own, he's screwed. When life hands him the first ass whipping, he's screwed. And I can tell a lot of y'all men, I can tell that a lot of y'all men have had y'all asses whooped, and now you really just feel good being in a conversation with other brothers. And I'm not saying that from a place of speaking down on you brothers. I'm saying, hey brothers, like now you've heard the truth. Now every single person on this, not this call, it's not a call. Every single person watching this video needs to say, hey, you know what? Have I quit in life? Like, yeah, I like listening to Neville Goddard. Yeah, I like listening to Andrew Tate. Yeah, I like listening to Bobby Hemmett. But have I really given up on life? Am I just listening to these things to make me feel like I'm still in the race? But really I'm in the bleachers watching everybody else move? Year after year after year, all the things you say you're going to do, you never do them? Win or lose. Win or lose, man. And the thing is, it's like this. I'm going to tell y'all, brothers. Let me give y'all a heads up. Because at some point, everybody's going to take a blow to the chin. That's what you got to understand. All the brothers you see that I'm going to say it like this. All the people you see that maybe online and maybe they're making moves and you're like, damn, man, I want to do this. I want to start a channel. I want to quit my job. I want to buy a Lambo. I want to, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that those men took many L's in life. No single person just got on a cruise ship of life and just went to the end. You have to understand that everybody that you see on the World Wide Web or wherever, they took a blow to the chin, and they took a sucker punch to the gut from life. But they got back up, man. And I'm going to tell you this. This is what you have to learn about getting back up, because this is what you got to learn. You have to learn from, because I'm going to tell you this. When you take a blow, a blow from, and a blow can look any kind of way. It can look financial. It can look any way. Just take a blow in life. But I'll just speak to the point of money. Let's say you lose a job, or let's say you lose a major client, or you lose whatever, to where you back at ground zero in life. You have to learn as a man. You have to learn how to operate at zero. You have to learn how to operate at zero. And when I say that, the reason I say that is because there aren't really any programs for a man. And the reason I'm speaking to us brothers, there aren't really any programs for us men to where if we lose our job, okay, yeah, you got unemployment, but like for women and children, like there aren't going to be any women and children on the streets just homeless unless they just want to be there. There are so many housing programs and section this and not for them to, and I'm glad that that's there. But for us men, that's not really a thing for us. So we don't have the luxury of just saying, hey, you know what? I just feel like giving up on life, because the ones of us that have done that, they're sleeping under bridges, or they'll find themselves in a position at 25 years old, 35 years old, and they'll stay right there for the remainder of their days. They're scared to even move now, or sometimes it's not even fear; it's not knowing how to get it out the mud. So that's what I want to talk about. You have to learn how to operate at zero. You have to learn to operate at zero, meaning your money is funny, all kind of situations are funny, but you still know how to get it out the mud. You just got to figure it out, bro. There's been time, I've been making videos since 2016. September the 5th, 2016 was my first YouTube video. There have been probably 2 times over the course of those however many years, 9, 8 years, that I ain't been in a situation where I was just like trying to figure out how I'm going to get it out the mud. I might be sitting here making videos, but my life was at zero, sub-zero. Bank account negative, some, and I'm like, bro, I don't know. My money got something happened, but I gotta figure out what to do next. I gotta sit back and look at my situation, man. Assess myself, assess what I did right, assess what I did wrong, and get it out the mud, man. And I'm understanding now that a lot of men don't have that thing. A lot of men don't have that thing because they were robbed. They were robbed of that thing probably at an early age. You could have been 16 and didn't get that promotion or got laid off from a job at 16, and now you're still stuck at that level. Now you're a 35-year-old man still stuck at that trauma from your 16-year-old boss. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to operate at zero, meaning you gotta look at, and when I say operate at zero, man, that's really a conversation that can go a million different ways. I'm saying you got to be able to look at your situation and say, hey, I have no income coming in. I have no job because they just laid me off. I have no lights because I ain't got no money. I have no da-da-da. I can't go buy no groceries, but I am going to figure it out. I'm going to go in the garage and pawn that chainsaw. And out of that $100 I get, I'm going to go take me $10, $15 and buy me a week's worth of leg quarters. And take that other $75 and go buy me some gas to put in this ride lawnmower to go mow my neighbor's yards. That's what I'm talking about. When I say get it out the mud, I'm talking about literally getting it out the mud. I'm talking about selling some of these clothes that I used to wear, man, to go and buy some hot dogs, man, and go out in the front yard and sell hot dogs to the construction workers building the houses down the street. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out, man. And of course, those situations are extreme. But a lot of us men simply lost a job at 30 years old, and you thought you were going to be there for the rest of your days. You thought you were going to retire there, and since that particular job let you go, now you're sitting there just making ends meet by just getting another job that's going to make it work. Like I had so much pride in what I was doing, instead of saying, hey, you know what? This job let me go, man, and I wanted to be there forever. But you know what? They taught me something. They taught me a skill. They taught me a level of customer service. They taught me a different language. They taught me how to use Microsoft Excel. They taught me something that now I'm going to take that thing and I'm going to multiply my life because of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, man, that in every bad situation, there's some gold nuggets in it. It's some gold in every situation, man. But the thing is, you have to first learn how to get the fuck up, man. You got to learn how to get up, bro, and operate in zero. Yeah, you might have been studying for the last 15 summers, but for this summer, you're gonna be rocking some Dickies and Oshkosh Bagosh. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be rocking some Walmart shoes. Huh? You're gonna be rocking all black tees for the summer. You're gonna be rocking some gangster nights that you got out the closet from 10 years ago. If you bought that life. The brothers I roll with about that life. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to just get the fuck up, man. And shake it off. Because you're going to take a blow. Oh, best believe. Best believe you're going to take a blow before it's said and done. If you're living life hard enough. If you're living life hard enough. And then a lot of us men, and I believe this is common, a lot of us men will let relationships take us out. And I get it. A lot of us men will let relationships take us out. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about that relationship you had, man, with your girl in the 11th grade, and now she's going out with the quarterback, and you sitting there looking sad. Yeah, that leaves a scar on a man. That can leave a scar that you can heal from. Take it on the chin and keep going. But I'm talking about when like a lot of y'all brothers, man, have been married for 10 years. A lot of y'all have been in relationships for 15 years. You done put a ring on the finger. You done bought her a house. You know what I'm saying? You done kept her in a shiny Benz. You're taking her on vacations every year. She has every bag. And you look up one day and she comes to you and say, hey, you know what? I know you've invested for me for 15 years. I know you've been faithful. You've been the perfect man. I have nothing bad to say about you. But yeah, I feel like doing something else. I felt, me and the pool boy that you hired, yeah, I think we have more of a common bond than me and you have. You know what I'm saying? Or you just wake up one day and find out she's stepping out. That's a scar. That's a scar when you've invested in a woman, man. And to be honest, a man that isn't grounded, a man that doesn't know himself can take a blow like that and be cooked for the rest of his life. Cooked. Because when you get in a relationship that has so much of a hold on you, that, when I say hold on you, meaning there's so much blending of energies and tying of souls. So when literally your other half jumps ship without you knowing it, it's like, man, she took half of my entity with her. And to be honest, a lot of men from that position, a lot of men never recover. From that state of being, a lot of men become alcoholics. A lot of men become drug addicts. A lot of men become gigolos, and all you do is go to the gentleman's club and spend all your money, and you just gone. All your purpose in life, all your drive in life, all your essence in life is gone. Somebody took it. You took it on the chin. You took it in the gut, and now you're done. And now you get on YouTube. Let me see what Soul talking about today. Let me see what somebody else is talking about today. Just because you want to be in the room with people, man. But I'm saying today, brothers, understand what I'm saying. And if you find that you're on bended knee in life, simply get the fuck up and recover, man. Recover. Operate from wherever you are. If you find yourself, you used to be an engineer and now you're flipping burgers, or now you're doing some work, man, you're 5 or 6 pay grades below, or you had to sell the $500,000 house, man, and now you're living in the projects. So now you're sleeping in your mother's basement. Start from that position, call that position ground zero, and get it out the mud. Figure out what it's going to take for you. Even if it takes you going out to the corner selling snow cones, even if it takes you going out, like I said earlier, going out and cutting some grass and just doing stuff that used to be below you. You got to get out of that ego, man, because this is a lot of it. This is a lot of it too. A lot of men are so caught up in ego that they can't even take a step or two back. You know what I'm saying? You've been driving the Escalade for so many summers that you can't even go a summers and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to sell all my cars and I'm just going to Uber if I got to go anywhere. If I got to go anywhere, I'm just going to catch me an Uber, man. But I've taken a blow. I got to get rid of some of these assets, man, or liabilities. I got to get rid of some of these liabilities, man, and move different. Like I'm not going to give up. I don't care if you're 29 or if you're 89, man. Get the fuck up, brothers.